Yo guys, it's Vin, and thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. To celebrate, I'm going to be answering questions you submitted in my community tab and also my Discord. But before we get onto that, I want to announce that, again, like with all my longer uploads, and especially for today, I'm going to be doing another giveaway. Now, the giveaway instructions are down below in the description and the pinned comment, but just so everyone is clear what you gotta do to enter, I'm gonna be giving away 2 esports V2 color codes, and all you gotta do to have a chance of winning them is like, share, subscribe, all that basic stuff. Comment who your favorite Brawlhalla YouTuber is, besides me, of course, because I mean we all know that I'm your favorite. You know, you don't need to say it. And also join my Discord and make sure your Discord nickname is the same as or something similar to your YouTube name, so I have an easier time making sure I know who you are, so I can pick you if you win. Anyway, I don't really know how long this video is gonna take. I have like 40 questions, so let's just go on the safe side and start now. Ox asked me, "Hi, how are you?" Good, thanks for asking. Instinct asked me, why did I start YouTube? Well, I've answered this many different times before, but I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Now, not a professional like I didn't. My goal is not to be like a full-time YouTuber, but I've always wanted to make videos for fun, for my friends, mainly for my friends, just to post things, and also document things forever. Because of course, you know, YouTube isn't going to be around forever, but it's definitely a lot longer lasting than the capture gallery on my PlayStation, as I've learned from consistently posting videos. This thing is so full. Sometimes I just post things because it's filling up my capture gallery. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's mostly just for funsies. I mean, as you see, I'm still not monetized. I don't really care that much about making money off YouTube. If I wanted money, I'd get a job. This is just my outlet for fun. I don't want to treat this as a work. This is something I do for fun. I love talking with you guys, I love interacting with you guys, I love making content for you guys. Anyway, Soy asked me, how did I come up with my name? Well, this is another thing I've answered quite a few times before, but the name Vin Perm, well, my real life name is Vin, and Perm, I don't have a perm, my hair is not curly. Perm comes from cubing. If you know, I used to post content of me solving Rubik's Cubes, and a perm stands for permutation, and there's certain algorithms to solve the Rubik's Cube, and it's like a set of moves that you have memorized, so you don't need to think about it, you just execute. And there's a guy named JPerm, he's a YouTuber, like one of the most prominent cubing YouTubers out there, if not the most prominent. And yeah, my name is VinPerm, and VYN are all permutations on the cube, ironically, or they're actually like some of the worst permutations you can get on the cube. They take the longest to execute because they have the most moves. But anyway, yeah, that's basically where I got my name, and if you want to know, my fastest time on the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, which is the normal one, is 9.45 seconds. Apathy asked me, do I have any other interesting hobbies? So I do quite a few things on the outside. For one, I play the piano. If you follow me on Instagram at VimPermBH, just another plug, I do play the piano, sometimes live, not really all the time, but I do post stories of me playing. I love classical music. I've been playing basically like half my life now. My favorite composers are Chopin and Liszt. I've competed for piano before, I've won competitions, and it's a big part of my life. I love music of all genres, but especially classical. And I also do fencing. People would also know that if you join my Discord server and stuff, there are a few fencers there. Shout out all my fencers. I've been doing fencing for like 5 years. If you guys ever want me to talk about that, I can definitely, but just so I don't take up all my time, you know, we're gonna cut that off there. I do fencing and I love the piano. What other games do I play and what would I recommend? Well, I actually used to make YouTube comment on a second channel for a game called Destiny 1. I have like almost 2,000 hours in that game. I absolutely adore Destiny 1. It's definitely my favorite game of all time. Second and third are like Minecraft and Brawlhalla, somewhere in there. But yeah, I used to play a lot of Destiny 1. I don't really anymore, but I was a PvP nutter. I loved PvP. I was also pretty good at PvE. My count is maxed. I have a lot of stuff, a lot of really exclusive stuff there in that game that only a true nerd would have, so that just confirms my loser status. I do also play Minecraft, as I said. I've been playing Minecraft on my computer. It's a lot of fun, you know, it's like my pastime game. It's my game that I use to cool off when I'm really mad at Brawlhalla. And I'll just mention this because this is also one of my favorite games of all time. It's a DS game called Dragon Quest IX, or DQIX. Sentinels of the Starry Skies. It's an RPG. It's one of the first games I've ever played. It's extremely outdated, but at the same time, it was very advanced for that era of gaming, like 2009. But I just mentioned that because it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's really what got me into gaming. It was one of the first things I ever played. What would I recommend? Well, I wouldn't really recommend playing Destiny 1 or Dragon Quest 9 because one, you need you need like a PlayStation, which I assume many of you play on PC. You also need a DS for Dragon Quest, so that's a thing. Something else that limits me from suggesting them is they're really old, and I'm not sure people who play Brawlhalla would really enjoy them. But definitely, if you play Destiny 1, tell me in the comments. Tell me, I don't know, tell me something about your experience. I don't really have any questions to confirm if you're a true Destiny nerd, but, you know, we can talk about it. I definitely recommend Minecraft, though. It's really fun. It's really tranquil. It really cools me off when I lose 500 elo, and that's never happened in one sitting. Let's cross our fingers that never happens. That's what I would recommend. Do I plan to do recordings for other games? Probably not, because I do have a crazy Minecraft world. I have hundreds of hours in on my PlayStation, but I don't really want to stream. I mean, okay, I will stream Brawlhalla eventually, just for funsies, and probably with Korai because he's an absolute clown. He's so fun to play with, and listen to, as you guys know. But I would probably not do recordings for other games because, you know, my name's VinPermBH. I really just want to play exclusively Brawlhalla on my channel, things like that. But yeah, streaming is fair game. I may one day stream some Minecraft someday unexpectedly. Just depends how many people will watch it if I do it regularly. Anyway, also, by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to say who asked those questions. Jumbo asked me what games do I play, and Jeeth, shout out Jeeth, he's a friend at school. He asked me, do I plan to do recordings for other games? Anyway, now on to a bunch of other random questions about Brawlhalla, so I'll answer them as quick as possible. Plague of Pestilence asked me how many hours do I have in Brawlhalla? A little over 900, probably like 930 at this point. Kishan asked a bunch of general questions. My highest level legend, Zol at 62. My favorite legend, Azoth. My least favorite legend, Reno, because he's a literal cockroach. Favorite weapon, Axe, just because I'm the best, it's my best weapon, but also I like Cannon quite a bit. Because that was, again, I mained Zol. He's my first main, so yeah. I learned that at the same time, and it's wonky, and it's fun, and it's really satisfying. My least favorite weapon? To play, Greatsword, just because I don't know how to do it. To play against, a really good Scythe or a really good Blastus players, and Sword of Katars, although I do know how to counter them because, you know, I play Axe, so it's really not that difficult to counter anything in this game. But I just find it a little annoying. It's nothing too much, though. My favorite signature? I have a lot of them. I mained a lot of characters before, so there's a lot of SIGs I really like, but I'll just say Azoth bow side SIG, obviously, and Zol axe end SIG, and Cannon side SIG, just because they cover such good areas of the weapons. My least favorite SIG? Well, I don't really have a least favorite SIG to use because it's kind of all the same. There's a bunch of characters I haven't played, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but my least favorite SIG to get hit by, Terrace Hammer D-Sig, just because Korai uses it so effectively. It's so slow, it's a two-part SIG, but somehow I always get hit by it, even though I spar him, like, a lot. Anyway, Plague of Pestilence asked me, what is my favorite aspect of Brawlhalla? My favorite aspect is how free the movement is. Since you have so many movement options, you're basically free to do anything. You go under the stage, you can do a bunch of things on platforms, which I'll talk about in a second, things like that. I just love moving in the game, it's really satisfying. What is my least favorite aspect of Brawlhalla? Well, no one really asked this, but I think it's worth mentioning because, you know, Plague asked me what my favorite is. The fact that Dexterity doesn't do anything. I think having a stat that literally has no significance in the grand scheme of things is just really, really dumb. It's a flaw in the game. It's something that I think needs to be fixed as quick as possible. It's one of the top priorities, in my opinion, that BMG needs to fix. Because right now, certain characters are literally unviable because they have so much dexterity, which is useless, and it's just draining them of all their other stats. What is my favorite mechanic? Platform canceling, with dashes mainly, because it's just really satisfying, especially when you use your dodge, like when you dash jump dodge back, and then you can get a free dash cancel or dash jump off the platform. It's really satisfying, it's really quick, and it's really great when you kill someone with it. What is my least favorite mechanic? Weapon throws. Now, yeah, I don't really need to I don't think I need to talk about that one. What got me into Brawlhalla? Reviled asked this. I was bored of Destiny 1 someday, and my friends Ian and Bobby, that's our setters who see my videos, and Ian on the Discord server and Grob on the Discord server, they were playing Brawlhalla in a party. This was in like 2019, like November 2019, and I just decided to download it because they told me it was free, and free is a good deal. When I first started, was I a SIG spammer? This is Rory S's question. Of course, I think everybody when they start is a SIG spammer. I didn't think I was a SIG spammer, but you know, it's hard to not be a SIG spammer, especially when you don't know anything about the game and you don't know that light attacks are a thing. The ALP show asked me, how did I find out I was an Axe main? Well, as I said before, my first ever main was Zol. This was mainly because my friends were memeing and he was on the free rotation and he told me to go 10 strength because I'm a big beefy boy, you know, and I love 10 strength. I would love 10 strength because it's funny. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, I mained Axe and Cannon. I was a lot worse at Cannon because I had no idea what he was supposed to be. Like in real life, you don't fight with cannons in your hand. You shoot cannons, and that's not really what happens in Brawlhalla. So yeah, Axe was a little bit more logical to me, so that's why I stuck onto it. And yeah, eventually I switched to other characters with Axe, and I just love it. I also mained Yumiko second, so that's how I also figured out I was a bow main too, which led me to play Azoth. Also, what's funny is Rory S asked me if I was a SIG spammer. I wasn't a SIG spammer, but I was a weapon throw spammer. I love to throw weapons because I thought it was just the funniest thing ever, throwing a giant cannon at somebody and killing them. And I wasn't even doing it like just to kill them. I would do it to build damage. It's so funny. I would have like I have such a high amount of throw damage on my Zol. Maybe I'll tell you guys someday. It's got to be like over 40,000 throw damage in 3,000 games. Kat asked me, how long did it take me to get out of gold? About 2 days. And that's actually a little bit of a lie because I played Brawlhalla for a few months and then I quit and then I played again, like seriously. I started in November, quit in December, started up again in March, and basically right when I started up again in March, I wanted to play seriously because I was really bored of Destiny. Again, this game is super old, so I needed something new. And basically after 2 days of practice, I hit gold, so yeah. What is my ultimate goal in BH? Hazi asked me this. Shout out Hazi. He's the boy. He's in the Discord server. Hazball, he's the boy. First, I want to be able to call myself a true YouTuber. Now, this doesn't mean making hella money, you know what I mean? For me, that just involves being the absolute best at what I do, so making quality content for you guys. I know, sorry, I know I make shorts, so I'm not really succeeding in that front. But, and also having a community that I can be proud of, which so far, I definitely have that last one. But to be the best at what I do, I want to take Brawlhalla guide making and like analysis to the next level, at least on YouTube where everything is free. Now, eventually, if I have the opportunity, I would like to make some money and become an actual Brawlhalla coach. And I know a lot of people have asked me before, like, okay, I can pay you if you want to coach me, but personally, that's against my morals. First, I need to get better at the game myself. I definitely have a lot of analysis skills, which this actually comes from fencing, my skills to analyze things, especially in like combat sport. But I feel like I myself need to get better to justify charging you guys for your money on a free game. Remember, this game is free. In my opinion, you should never spend extra money on this game if you're not going to get the absolute best. So I want to give a little shout out to Coach Cosmic. His link is in the description and everything like that. Coach Cosmic, he is my idol. I'll talk about this in a second, but he is truly the best at what he does. He knows he's the best at what he does, and for good reason. He's a 2,500 player. I'm not going to go into too much, but he's the first ever professional certified esports coach for Brawlhalla. And also, would I ever go pro? Probably not. If I was already at the skill level, then sure, yeah, of course I would play in tournament and try to make money at the pro level. But that's just not how things work. Like I said, with coaching, I would need to work at it every single day. And personally, I don't believe I enjoy the game itself enough to do that. Especially since I have a lot of other priorities in my personal life, with school and with fencing and with the music and stuff, things like that. But in my time, I definitely enjoy coaching a lot more. N-King asked me, who gives me inspiration in Brawlhalla? Well, I already talked about Coach Cosmic, but also LAKEY. LAKEY as a content creator is truly, like, he is, like, the creme de la creme, if that's what you call it. Like, I'm basically trying to say that he doesn't make shorts. I can't say the same, but I truly respect the fact that he gets consistent views. Every single video he posts, it's high effort. He goes into games, he plays, he delivers a great commentary. It's all stuff that's very valuable to listen to. Just general talks about the game. It's very entertaining. I don't know, he's just so consistent, and I wish the best for him. He's about to hit 10K, so please go subscribe to him. I beg you, after this, I beg you, just subscribe to him, okay? And who is my favorite pro? Snowy. Mainly, also Boomy too, but Snowy because I think he's funny. Same thing with Boomy, I think he's hilarious. I love all the pros, but I love specifically Snowy's movement. His platform movement is amazing, which again I said is my favorite aspect of Brawlhalla. Synod asked me, what weapon combo do I want? Probably Axe, Orb, or Scythe Bow. I don't really have a Scythe character I like right now, and I main Bow. I don't really like Volkov, he's kind of slow. Axe, Orb, just because I like Orb a lot, and I like Axe a lot, obviously. So having them together would be great. Eric Malachi asked me, do I have any ideas for new weapons in Brawlhalla? Greaves. If you don't know what greaves are, they're feet. Wait, we have gauntlets, right? Why can't we have feet, alright? Man, Twitter artists are gonna go crazy with that one when we have a first feet legend. Willem van den Elzen would ask me, what would I change about Brawlhalla? A lot of things. Weapon throws, you can't pick them up after you throw it once and hit with it. Wall touches and slopes, in need to make them more consistent. Now I'm gonna make a video about this. It's not a video, it's a short. I'm sorry Lakan, it's a short. I'm gonna post a short about me raging to the fact that wall touches are so inconsistent. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to face the wall to get a wall touch. If your foot is inside the wall but you're not technically facing it, I think you should still get the touch. I mean, say what you want about Brawlhalla having a million options, but I think this is just a matter of consistency, which, you know, when something is inconsistent in a game and broken in that sense, I think that needs to fix it, even if it goes against what people say about the game having so many options. I also think it should make a noise when you touch, like a louder noise at least, not just like a visual effect, because sometimes it's hard to tell in the heat of the moment. I would also add recovery frames to dodge, just because, you know, it's stupid how you can dodge and then immediately attack right after. Like, I know you're using your dodge, but you're literally invincible in that time, so I don't really agree with being able to meg detect your way out of everything. You can dash jump, dodge back, and then just, like, be completely safe from all harm. I don't know. I just don't agree with that too much. I think you should have a slight recovery frames. And finally, I would make dexterity actually do something. I don't think that dexterity should have specific combos, because in my opinion, having combos locked at certain stats isn't the great idea. It isn't the greatest idea ever. However, I do think it should maybe slightly affect dodge cooldown, and to compensate, it should be very, very slight. Keep that in mind. And to compensate, I think you should increase the grounded dodge timer by just a little bit, but that's just my hot take. Now, here's just a bunch of random topics. Plague of Pestilence asked me, how does one become as gamma as Albanu? You can't. Tortino asked me, is Albanu a bad friend? Albanu's Korai, by the way. Is Albanu a bad friend? Yes. No, I was kidding. Korai, okay, it's funny because people think he's really toxic because he plays Yeti, Taros, and taunts, just like Darkghoul. I swear Darkghoul is that guy's, idol. People think he's toxic, people think he's a bad friend because he trash talks everyone in the Discord server, but it's all fun and jokes. Like, if you guys are getting flamed by Korai in the Discord server, never take it seriously. Almost never take it seriously, because likely me and him are in the VC and we're laughing our butts off because he says the dumbest things ever, and it's amazing. It's truly an experience. If we're ever in general VC, please don't hesitate to join. I would love to have conversations with you guys, and I'm sure you maybe would love to hear conversations between me and Korai. We're me, Korai, Bobby, we're like the Brady Bunch. The Three Stooges almost in the Discord server. Okay. Ketchup asked me, ketchup or mayo? Mustard. Sab asked me if I could only carry 3 things into this desert, what would I bring? Water, a camel, and a guide to help me out. Okay. Shishi asked me, do I like J-pop or K-pop? Well, I watch a lot of anime, so I really like the mainstream anime songs. So I guess that counts for something, but I don't really know anything about K-pop. I know some friends, they are absolute K-pop demons. They obsess over it, and honestly, I respect it. It seems pretty cool to me, but that's just not my thing. It's not something that I'm into currently. Maybe that'll change in the future. Maybe you guys can change my mind in the comments, you know. I'm always open-minded. Synod asked me, do I have any weird quirks, like dressing up as a cat girl? What? Ketchup asked me, do I like the French language? Yeah, I actually love the French language. I know a lot of you guys are French. I actually take French in high school. I'm going to be going AP French in my senior year. I love the language. It's a lot of fun, although I don't feel comfortable speaking in front of you guys because I know you French people are going to flame me for my terrible accent. So I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to subject myself to that. But I will say that it is an amazing language. It's definitely challenging for me. Some of the languages are more challenging, but it definitely is very enjoyable to learn. It's very enjoyable to listen to, especially. And yeah, I just love the French language. Korai asked me, how am I so much better than you, and why am I the best player ever? Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. It's literally only been 2 months since we hit 1,000, and we doubled our subscribers in maybe a third of the time I've been on YouTube, so that's absolutely insane growth. You know, thank you guys so much for everything. This is actually a dream come true. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and you guys are helping me along the way, and I'm just gonna do my best, continue to do my best, because that's what I have been doing. Been trying my absolute hardest to bring you guys the top tier content that you deserve, things that'll help you improve in Brawlhalla and also bring you enjoyment. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Good luck in the giveaways, and by the way, I know these were 40 questions, but you can always ask me more in my Discord server in the comments down below. I don't really care. I'll answer as many as I can, and yeah. Again, good luck in the giveaways. I wish you guys could all win, but I only have to pick 2, so good luck. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!